Well, we're living through one of those periods where everything feels really, really up in the air, especially the last few weeks. You can just play this video whenever. This is evergreen content at this point. Thanks to Unbound for sponsoring this video and to all of our wonderful supporters. Look, I've seen truly horrible things on social media the last few weeks. I think that we all have. Social media is, I can safely say, a tool for the devil. It's like really, really good for a few really important things. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have it, but I'm just saying the devil. Social media demands that you present your best self, but it actually has created the worst version of all of us. I truly and sincerely pray for this first generation of kids who have had social media since day one. The iPad kids, they are the guinea pigs, and the experiment is not going well, clearly. So I don't even necessarily blame these kids for their behavior. It's their parents who gave them the smartphones when they were 8 years old. Here you go, Johnny, a Snapchat account will keep you quiet while daddy self-medicates. What did you think was going to happen? It's literally Lord of the Flies. Look, I don't know what happens now that we have a generation of kids completely fried on social media, pornography, and dopamine. It's made people ugly. Godless and spiritually ugly. Kind of physically ugly too, if you ask me, but that's another video for another day. I'll say tattoos have about 20 more years of being cool before that industry is going to completely collapse. Let's just put it that way. I know things feel a little uncertain. Scary, even. Because you look around and you realize that there are a lot more crazy people out there than you thought. What did you think was gonna happen? Giving Johnny a social media account when he was 13 was gonna help him be better socialized? Kids should not have social media until they are at least 18. At least. In Messages land, kids can't have social media until they grow up and have their own kids. And even if that's not a perfect solution, you know, it's a point of contention within the Messages land community, I'll admit it. But they're gonna miss out on things with their friends. How are they gonna interact? It's like the same argument people make against homeschooling. Well, why don't you send your kid to regular school so they can have social skills? It's the same boomer energy, man. Like, the only way for a kid to make friends is to accept society's framing. Make them sit on their butts for 8 hours a day so that they're well adjusted. Start conditioning them to accept whatever the algorithm feeds them while they're young, so when they're older, they'll be programmed correctly. So at this point, the current crop of kids, they're fried. Toast, burnt to a crisp. They're like millennials. There's no hope for us. We're a lost cause. We'll be in the retirement homes one day waving our fist in the sky about pronouns or something. I'm not making this video for the fried people, okay? I don't even know what to tell them. I made this video for the kids who see what's going on and they're scared. So I'll just say this because I'm sure there's someone out there who needs to hear it. You need to have kids. We need you to have kids. And then do not give those kids social media. Ever, ever, ever. I hate the word normalize, okay? But if anything that needs to be normalized, normalize this, please. Because life without social media is normal. Hard to imagine. We need there to be a generation of children, again, who have not had their brains fried and can concentrate on things for more than 8 seconds without getting bored. I know things seem uncertain and you might think, should I bring kids into this crazy world? Yes, absolutely. 100% yes. Yeah, life is scary right now, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, when has it not been scary? Things have been way worse in the past, but you're here, you're watching this. That means that every single one of your ancestors, going back to the beginning of time, had at least one child leading up to you. Your friends who aren't having kids now by choice, they're the first person in the entire lineage going back to the creation of the world who said, nah, that's not for me. I'm good. Think about the colossal selfishness that goes along with that. And yeah, obviously, I know some people can't have kids. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who are assuming that social media, influence culture, clout, a 9-to-5 job for some corporation that doesn't even care about you, that all of that will make you feel fulfilled at the end of your life. Hopefully that was enough for you, because you're not gonna have anything else. You planted no trees. Having kids makes you realize what the whole point is. Before kids, your whole morality is just be a nice person or something. If your whole goal in life is just be a nice person, you're actually going to be a terrible person because you don't stand for anything. You didn't do any of the hard things that actually mold you. You've never had that spiritual switch click on that says, oh, I need to leave this rock in a better place than it was when I got here. I need to plant trees. That's why you need to have kids. Because to love a child is to be completely selfless. It's the only way to do it. You can't not do that if you're a decent human being. You do everything for this child and you get nothing for it. But at the same time, you have everything. It's the perfect picture of what life is supposed to be. The only way to have a happy life is to run in the opposite direction. You're not gonna get any sleep. You're gonna give up any semblance of control over your schedule. That's out the window. Give everything up and you gain everything. You don't have to try to be a good person. It's funny, you just have to try to be a good steward of what you've been given. Now, you have duty and responsibility. You're standing there changing a poopy diaper and thanking God for the opportunity. Thank you that you gave this child to me. So what are the chances that our decadent, self-obsessed, social media-driven society just so happens to randomly correlate perfectly on the graph with dropping birth rates? Interesting. Whoever it is out there that needs to hear it, have kids. That's the only message in this video. Please have children. Let me ask you something. If you found an organization committed to training young adults in Christian leadership, cultural engagement, and living with hope and resilience in a broken world, which we live in, would you want more information? Let me answer for you, yes. That organization is Unbound, and the program we're talking about is called Ascend. Ascend gives young adults the Christian leadership training, purpose-driven community, and unique education paths that they need to create value and make a difference as they pursue God's calling for their lives. Unbound has been running the Ascend program for 5 years, training students from all across the country and graduating alumni who are equipped to ask the right questions, build strong communities, and make a difference in the real world. The guys and girls of Unbound are amazing. They've helped us with events for Blimey that have really built an amazing community. It's awesome. We've watched them work for years and years, and guys, seriously, Unbound is the real deal. Ascend enrollment is open to young adults who are 16 or older, and early enrollment for next fall is open now. Don't put off the difference this could make for your future. Visit beunbound.us/BlimeyCow to learn more. Again, that's beunbound.us/BlimeyCow. And God bless the boomers, they didn't, they just had stuff thrown at them all the time. They couldn't check if anything made sense. It truly is the same, because boomers went to a medium that was kind of thrust upon them, that's all that they had. And then the generation below us, their parents just threw them these things of just like, here, take this, you make sense of stuff.
Well, for boomers, what was it, TV?
Yeah, and the news. Yeah. And then the other generation, they're trying to make sense of this thing that they can't really understand, which is their phones, but it's all they have.